Hi guys,
welcome back to Deep It. It's your girl Adeola Patron.
And hey guys, it is me, Mariam Musa, and you know already we're back every Monday with a brand new episode at 5 p.m.
Yes. So if you're not watching visually, the vibes in the studio, what would you say the vibes in the studio today is?
Glamour,
it is
glitz.
Glam.
It's giving black excellence.
Yes.
It's just, guys, we are dressed up like we are going to an award ceremony.
I agree to disagree just because I know we wouldn't wear this to an award.
I would go harder.
It's kind of like dressed down for us to an award ceremony.
Yeah, guys, we're just subtly doing
like,
what we do.
But we just thought we'll dress up extra hard for the pod for the sake of the topic that we want to talk on this ep.
Which is, guys, we are celebrating the MOBOs.
Woo, woo, woo.
So for any of you guys that don't actually know what the MOBOs is, because sometimes I feel like people don't know about what's going on, but within our culture, we have a MOBOs Award that is done every year, and it's pretty much just celebrating, you know, black culture within music and people that really played an imprint in our community, from R&B, reggae, hip hop, and just, you know,
personality.
Yeah, everything like that.
Just in the as a whole, I guess, as a community within the black culture.
And it's something that I feel like me and you definitely anticipate when it comes to outfits and looks and red carpets and general vibe. And we thought it'd be just good to kind of discuss about some of our favorite outfits on the red carpet and just, you know, rate it, because we love awards. We've been to awards before, and you know, the MOBOs is for black excellence, so why not?
I'm not gonna lie, I was really excited for everyone's look. I was just getting a vibe that everyone was gonna go in or try something different. I don't know why, I was just getting that energy. And then when me and Maz spoke yesterday, and she was like, you saw a couple looks briefly, and I was like, do you know what, I'm on my way home late, so I'm just not even gonna see anything. So a lot of the looks will be, well, all of the looks will be my first impressions, and maybe a couple
will be, you know me, guys, I don't like surprises. I would just
Maz will look.
I was just like, oh, I like that, something like that. Like I couldn't help myself, but I will be more okay, now I'm in like, okay, let me look at
analyzing mode. Okay, so I'm excited. So should we just see what the first one and who the first one is?
And a disclaimer, this is just our personal opinion. It's not that deep. It's what we personally like. If I was in that position, I'd be thinking, how would I style that? It's nothing personal. It's all about
the fashion. We're not coming from a fashion background, stylist background. This is just our world and what we think if we was to wear it or etc. like that. Anyway, cue the
first
tape.
Yes.
Oh, babe, Indie.
Oh my God.
Indiyah, first up we have Indiyah. I know this is probably just her first look. I feel like she probably changed a couple times. I haven't seen her whole.
Okay, well, I know she did change.
Okay, she definitely changed.
She changed.
So is this the first look
she did this on the press bit where, you know, when she's initially like saying she's a host, they're presenting her, but she was on a red carpet, and honestly,
basically her entrance.
This is just the starter.
It's
this
like
ain't even the main.
The starter. Okay, let's get into the starter. I actually love the dress.
I love everything about this. I'm someone that's for, you know, a structure, the structured, like the body,
the waist,
everything. And I think black is such a color that is just, first of all, it's very good for the shape. It's slimming for the shape, but it just gives this elegance to it and excellent. And because she's being risky with the nipple tassels and the
gems, the nipple tassels,
and the
maybe I can't see it properly.
So she's got nipple tassels on it.
It's kind of like a
body,
it's body structure of the toning of
and I love stuff like that. And then basically the skirt is like draped down, and it's like, from what we can see, it looks velvet. So it just is beautiful. I just love a fitted body figure dress,
it's
and
simple, but effective.
100%. And one thing about Indiyah is I feel like she's such a girl that does what she does, like in the sense of her fashion. She doesn't care. She goes for what inspires her, and she's really known for being risky, her and Dami. I feel like this is risky, but risky where it's like, it makes sense. I really love it.
I think Indiyah's someone that I do anticipate or look forward to what she's going to wear, because you don't know what you're going to get. She does come out of the box. She switches up the hair, plays with colours, different looks. So I really like this look from her.
Same.
And the black hair, like I wouldn't have changed anything with that personally.
Same. Absolutely love it.
This is a fun look. I like it because it's not It's like the starter, and then would you say this is a main?
This is like the main. This is given main for me because of just how the tassels are. There's so many different things happening, but they're molding very well. If you look at the top, the way the bust is, it's like nice and curved. Then you've got the tassels, and then just down below, there's like gems, just not, they're big gems, but they're not all too tight together. I think everything plays its role, and it just gives sexy. And because, you know, with the MOBOs, you have to be quick. I think, you know, once you've done your makeup, it's long to change your whole makeup to match the outfit. I feel like she kept it professional as well, to know that I got quick to be changed. I need it all to flow nicely, and I think it does.
Yeah, why I like it is because I feel like the gem and the glitz dresses is something that's played out a lot. Yeah. And I don't know, there's like this old school trend of how everyone used to do gems and diamonds on their dresses, where I feel like the way she done it here is different. I haven't really seen it before. And the mixing with the tassels and the gems, I feel like makes it different. Yeah. And the top half as well, where you probably concentrate the most on, especially, obviously she's presenting on camera and stuff. I feel like it just works perfectly.
I really love this.
I love it.
Yeah, go Indiyah. You made us proud, sweetie.
Yes. Oh, this is another one. This is her third one.
Okay.
I like this one too.
Yeah, same.
Oh, I'm trying to take in the colours because I love the bronzy gold look. I feel like it complements her skin really well. Yeah. It's different. Yeah. She done the nipple tassel on the first one. Yeah. She kind of kept the tassel on the second one, but added a bit of gems. Yeah. And then this one completely, no tassel, no gems. Nothing. You see the texture, the shine of the dress, the patterns. I feel like it's more that, and then, you know, you're still keeping it sexy with a little bit of cleavage, but not too much.
100%.
Love it.
I really like it. The only thing I'd probably just say is I would just have wanted maybe the sheer bit on her hips to be just a bit more fitted, just to really emphasize her body shape, because I think those kind of dresses do. I think she looks gorgeous regardless. Yeah. That's the only thing I would say. Everyone to be picky. Everything like you said, I agree with. Yeah. So go on, Indiyah, 3. One
Indiyah. Actually, and if I had to critique it a little bit more, I would say I feel like she could have played a bit more with accessories on this dress.
Yeah, wrist, bangles, stuff like that.
I feel like a bit more gold on the accessories would have really just
taken it.
Yeah.
But
overall, love it.
Same.
Okay, so that's Indiyah done. Oh, who is that?
Oh, I see. Dami.
Is it her prince? So we have Dami. If you don't know Dami, Indiyah and Dami are a lovely couple. We have it in the UK. Black couple. Black power. Love it. So, Dami, let's really talk about it because this is different, babe.
Dami.
This is different. Let me start with the head top. He's changed. Okay. Do you know why I think Dami and Indiyah are perfect for each other? Because they both take risks together. Yeah. And they have their own identities, unique separate identities. And they're just really playful. Yeah. This gives me like a villain, but a king. Yeah. But I just love it. I think the hair is different. Yeah. And I think boys always play it, men always play it safe when it comes to award shows like this. It'll be standard suit, a bit of texture, whatever. Yeah. But you could tell the hair, the sunglasses, even the extra jacket with the print. I really like it.
Do you know what? I agree. Like, I think I agree with what you say about how Dami is someone that just doesn't keep it safe. Yeah. And I feel like it's so hard with guys, especially when it comes to stuff like awards and galas and really coming out of their shell, because you can keep it sleek and simple or you can make it fun and crazy. And Dami does that. And most of the top fashion designers and stylists really do step out the box. They do put things together that you wouldn't necessarily think. Yeah. But that's what makes you a standout designer. Do you know what I mean? So I really I think for me, I love the flared trousers. I love the flared trousers because I think that's just kind of like, it's giving dapper. A little bit, is it 60s or 70s where they used to have, or the 50s where they used to have the flared. And then I think what he done with the coat where he's like, listen, I'm not going to just do all black, all men in black suit. Let me add something bold and statement-y. And then he went with accessories. Like,
and he's just sleeked hair back as well. Nice.
And it's not like nothing, it's like,
wait, he's got blonde eyebrows as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Attention to detail.
Okay, it's like the whole look. I think anyway, we'll get onto other people. But
Dami
and a couple together, love it.
So strong. We are such a stand.
Did he ever take the jacket off though? I'm curious to know. Oh, okay. So the look is with the jacket. I love it.
I rate it. Well done, guys. Miss Notori. Okay. Do you want to
like
start?
this?
Oh, she looks gorgeous.
Do you know what? One thing with Uche that I've noticed with Uche is I actually personally feel like Uche could wear a bin bag.
And
she will look good. And I would want to know what bin bag, which bin bag is it? Because it must obviously be a certain kind of bin bag that I don't know about, that I need to maybe know about. Yeah. So I really like it. I like the leopard print. I think it's bold.
Yeah, leopard print on brown skin, I think looks delicious.
Yes. The hood, I do love a hood look. I feel like there's something about, it's just sexy.
Yeah.
The bangles as well, kind of gives goddess.
And one thing about Uche, her makeup is always going to eat. So it just, I think when the makeup eats, the outfit eats, it just is just it. You can't elevate more than that. I just love everything about it. Basically, the back has a slight dip and circles to tie it together. That makes sense. Yeah. But it's gorgeous. It's sexy. And I think with MOBOs, it's like you can kind of go with, that's so nice. That's nice. You can kind of go with how far you want to go. It's like an award at the end of the day, and it just fits so nice. She looks gorgeous. I love the hair as well. It's very
I love the hair. Look.
Yeah. So 10-10 all round. I love it.
Yeah. Expect nothing less from Uche.
Yeah. 100%.
Henrie has a unique style.
Yeah, 100%.
And it works for Henrie. Because even like outside of like the MOBOs and stuff, her actual dress sense, I feel like I don't know how to explain. I don't want to call it punky, but I feel like it's like a glammy, punky, sexy, like she plays like with colours.
Like a punk rock like kind of vibe.
Yeah, but then she has her sexy twist to it that works for her. So I don't want to say that I don't like it because, well, no, I do want to say I personally don't like it, but I think she looks great. Yeah. And it looks really nice on her. Yeah. I just don't, because when I look at it, I just always think, is it something I would wear? Yeah. And it's not, just because it's not my style. Okay. But I think it looks really nice on her.
So I think the whole style of the top and the skirt and the belt is really nice. What I think, why I'm not loving it is I think there's too many different patterns. Yeah, I think, if that makes sense.
It's the top has stripes on the arm to the tight.
Yeah, so the top has stripes around the arm, and then around the boob to the belly it's like a floral leaf pattern, and then you've got I don't know if they're shorts or a skirt. You've got the leathery wet look skirts with skirt or shorts with this chain belt around it at the front, and it's like two, so it's one at the top and then one at the bottom. Yeah. And then she's got tights, and the tights are those kind of like fishnet, but they're not fishnet style, they're more like flowers and roses. Yeah. So all of that pattern for me and is that's what I think makes it
overwhelming.
And I think it's good that it's black, because I think if it was so many different colours it'd be a lot. But you know what? I love the hair. The hair is gorgeous. I think Henrie's one of the nicest, most purest person, like people I've ever met in my life, and she just, regardless, it's her style. It works for her, but for me,
that's what I was gonna say. Works for her. It works for her. Yeah. And I think she actually does look good. Like I actually really like the look on her. I think the only thing that I feel like I think could have brought the look out better, I personally think a different hairstyle. Like the color is fine, but I think maybe a different hairstyle, because I feel like the way it's falling on maybe it's just this picture, the way it's falling on the shoulders a bit. I think it's throwing off the
look. Do you know what I think would have been looked really nice? Because she's wearing these platform heels, right? Now this looks better when you see the shoe. If she had her hair up in a high tight pony and it's long
and it's just swept behind her,
iconic
pull
look.
Her face. Yeah, and then I think the whole look I would have a whole different.
Because I think it goes to gloves, like the arms goes to gloves and what it looks like. So that's such a look anyways, like all covered up kind of vibe. But yeah. Love you, Henrie.
Love you, Henrie. ZeZe Mills. She's another star. Yeah, she's another risk taker. Yeah, and ZeZe's a proper fashion girl, you know? Yeah. Like when I see ZeZe, I'm always like, rah, she's so different with it and I love it. But I love this look.
Same.
I'm not going
to giving me Ed Hardy. Oh, it is Ed Hardy.
I was just gonna say.
Ed Hardy is basically like giving old school rock.
She looks like she should have come in on a motorbike. Yeah, and the show's gonna stop for her. She's gonna take off her helmet and then her big curls come out the hair, and she's like, oh, was I holding up the cue? Yeah. And then like everyone's ready to take her photos, and she just gives her helmet to someone, and then I just hold it, and I'm just starstruck by her. Like
she's like a rock star. That's the only way to describe it. Me personally, the only thing I couldn't do is the shoulders. I think the shoulder pads would be overpowering, but I do like the whole outfit.
For me, but do you think it looks nice?
Yeah. Like if I was to wear it, the only thing I would say to adjust it for me would make the shoulder pads less paddy for me. But I love it. It's rockstar and it's different.
I love the whole thing. Yeah, it's different. Whitney.
Okay.
Ooh,
do you know what?
This is very risky.
This is very risky and very bold.
Very bold.
That's the best way to say it. Me personally, I love the coat. I really love the coat. I love the color. I love how it is. I would just say I just wouldn't personally wear it. It's gorgeous and I think it's a statement. I just would have loved to see Whitney in a gown because I think that's what I'm used to, but it still stands out. It's gorgeous. I think it's just not my personal style, but she looks stunning.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what trousers is it
it's tights. No, it's just tights.
Okay.
So I'm guessing they put titty tape on
so the jacket is really the star of the show.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I don't love it.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
So you're in the middle.
I think Whitney, do you know what? I think I actually would expect a bit more from Whitney.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's just, apart from the jacket, there's nothing really that wows me.
Yeah,
in it.
that's
like,
what I mean.
Yeah, like I just think, okay, she looks nice. And then next. Yeah. That's how I feel. But she was working with Snapchat. Yeah. So even the colour with the Snapchat. That's why, yeah, I think it makes sense. I feel like that she had her thought process behind that. And I do think she looks really good and really sexy. Yeah. But compared to other looks that I've probably seen from Whitney and dresses and stuff, but it's different for her. So
yeah, sometimes you got to take these risks to see if it is something you don't care anyways, regardless of what anyone says. This is my personal style. Yeah. And regardless, she looks gorgeous in it. So who's next? Madame Joyce.
Okay, before we see Joyce, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I spoke to Joyce. I called Joyce this morning. Yeah, because I wanted to just see how she was, because obviously she didn't win personality. Is it the personality
Best
of the year?
Personality of the year.
Award, because Cocktails and Takeaway
Media personality.
Cocktails and Takeaway was up for nomination, and obviously when I spoke to you, you told me who had won, and I do know how much MJ wanted it. So I was just checking in to see how it was, and obviously, you know, she also agrees that like she feels like 90s Baby also really deserve it. So it's like a humbling, it's like you know, I'm happy for them, but you know,
we love that.
Yeah, next time, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, hopefully next year.
Because I feel like there was like three in that category. There was 3 people for me.
Yeah, same.
I think also I'm just talking about this category because for me it's only the only category that I really kind of was interested in, because I feel like if we were to be nominated for a MOBOs, I feel like we would be in that category. So I guess I was kind of like excited for that one. So I feel like for me, there was 3 people in that one that I was like, oh, yeah, I think they deserve to win. Yeah. And 90s Baby was one of them. But yeah, then I was just talking about her outfit, because I was like, oh yeah, I haven't seen what you wore, but I'm going to talk about it on the show. She was like, oh girl, you're going to rate me a 0. And I was like, oh, is it? Why? She was like, her look, like, it just wasn't what she wanted. It wasn't her first choice. Yeah. She had another dress, but it just wasn't working out. So then she kind of went for this one. And like, she feels like it was even her picture, she's saying she didn't really like it. It was one of those dresses that she feels looks better in person as well.
Oh, bless her. But I hate when that happens.
Yeah, she wasn't really feeling her whole look anyway. So I say that just to say, because I was like, oh, I'll mention that too. Because do you know what it is with these looks and galas and stuff? There's a lot of backstory. Yeah. Because even when people would critique what we're wearing and stuff, like you've had a time where you just had to go get something last minute. Remember that red dress, and it wasn't really your go-to choice. Like, it wasn't my vibe. Yeah, sometimes you get invited last minute, you don't have time.
You change the amount of times you get invited to stuff and you say no. By the time you made a decision to get the dress and to make all that effort when you don't actually have what you would use, the levels you would have to slay. Yeah, it just throws you off. You know.
Yeah. So sometimes a lot of these events is just working with what you can do for now. Yeah. So it's like I think when I critique, it's like I'm always open-minded because I know the backstory and how hard it can be as well. Yeah. So yeah, let's get into Joyce.
Is she joking? This dress, I feel like I've seen this dress because I've wanted it before. It drapes down.
I've seen it. It's like a khaki one. Yeah. Khaki one.
Oh, she's so dramatic. She looks beautiful. Oh, I really like the dress.
Do you know what I get? I get what she's saying in terms of like, she feels like it could have been, I think she said something like she feels like it could have been fitted better. Yeah. Like this, it looks like she was saying that she felt like the stylist just basically put it on her on the day rather than customizing it.
Is it freshly made? The dress?
I believe so.
Okay, that's the thing I've sometimes found when you get a dress made custom made. It's like you have to really have time to constantly keep amending it
to get it meant perfect.
To be custom for your body and for your fit. And when it's something slightly off, especially when it's not a generic size, it's kind of like just from measurements, it can just throw stuff off. So yeah, bless her.
Yeah, but I
don't think it's as bad as she makes out. I personally like the dress because I know the design.
I can see the vision as well.
Yeah,
and I think the plait. Well, I get the plait vibe from the dress, and then obviously the plait hairstyle. Like it's a whole look together.
Yeah, I
do agree in terms of like I get what she means about the structure of the dress, and she says like when she walks and the dress is flowing, it looks better. Yeah, compared to when she has to stand in pictures and stuff.
Oh, bless her.
So
her makeup looks gorgeous.
Her makeup looks amazing.
Makeup artist 10 out of 10. She looks sensational.
She looks really gorgeous. Good. And also, can we talk about MJ's evolution in terms of like red carpet and her fashion?
Period.
Like every time, like MJ is someone that you could tell she cares about her brand, and
it's really inspiring.
She works on herself, and she's active. Like I feel like when she first came, she's even done stories about like her weight and when she would wear things and her confidence. And now I feel like you can tell if you followed her journey, you could tell now when she steps on a red carpet, she's a lot more confident. And I think when you watch someone get into the space and then you watch them, they're timid, they're trying to find, like, they don't really play with looks as much, and then they start to get confident, they start to come out of their shell, they take more risks, and I think that's what MJ's doing, and I love that for her.
100%. And just on the topic of MJ, I think she's just I really love how, like you said, her evolution, but her confidence comes from so much of her style now. Like, you know, she'll use, I think you wouldn't naturally try new things, so she should actually be proud of herself to want to try new things, because she has confidence that I can pull it off, and hell yeah, you can pull it off. So yeah, you look gorgeous, girl.
Love it. Okay, Ella, baby, Ella.
Oh, Madam Ella.
First of all, me and Ella are on the same vibes.
Yeah,
today. I feel like it's giving, let me pass through the MOBOs before I put some flowers on my ex's burial. Quick slay. I think she looks amazing. I love the corset detail at the top. And even the way the dress comes out at the bottom is different. It's not just a standard, there's a bit of structure to how it comes out.
Yeah.
I think she looks amazing.
When I saw Ella, because I actually saw Ella's dress, I think it was on TikTok. Her stands be re-updating. Thank you, stands Ella.
We love the stands.
Love the stands. But they really, as soon as I saw that dress, I was thinking, oh my God, this is just so gorgeous. The contrast of like the lace. And you can actually see the corset, the shape. And it's not just the dip of where the corset stops. It's kind of like an upside down triangle, if that makes sense. And then from there, the dress, the bottom part of the skirt is just structured so beautifully, and even on the bust, the lace, you get a little bit of the lace, so it gives it a bit more sex appeal. But the only thing, honestly, that I would just wish I wanted the hair. That's it. I think it's gorgeous. I think a dress when you've got like,
do you know, like when the busty,
when it's busty,
you kind of want the hair at the back.
Yeah, so I would have wanted it either like a low pony, like classic middle part to see that elegance, or something all high back. Or if she was gonna have it down, she should have it all back down straight, and guys, sorry, I'm posing if you're listening visually. I'm like imagining being Ella, like, and then the hair's up and just, you know, skinny shoulders. But Ella always eats, like, she's also someone that I'm really like excited
looking forward to seeing what they're gonna wear.
And I just want to say, like, I just think that it's so nice that it's such a cultural thing now, where we're all like, what's everyone wearing? Who's going this year? Who's doing what? And I just really, it was nice to actually just be at home and just watch it from home.
Take it in.
Yeah, and just take it in. And be like, oh my gosh, talk about it in the pod. Like, because these gala award, MOBO, whatever looks, they take so much time and effort. And I think it's good to have commentary of it, because we want to show, like, we appreciate your time and effort. Literally. Like, give it to us. So really happy for
everyone. I had time to low-key just go through and just be like, okay, because I don't know who my favourite is, because obviously I haven't seen all the looks. It's just going off.
Oh, I did want to do Amber Rose Gill. I don't know.
So Amber Rose Gill. Do you know what? I'm actually quite surprised, to see Amber at the MOBOs, because I feel like she doesn't really attend. She's not really an industry girl. Like, she's always made it clear she likes her normal life. Like, she doesn't like the stardom or things. So to see her at the MOBOs is actually nice to see. Yeah. And I actually really like her look. Do you not like it?
No. I'm just gonna say, do you know what? You know, I'm gonna analyze it. But
okay, do you know what? I'm gonna just say, like, she gives me like a feminine, sexy stud, and I think I fancy her. I feel like Amber, like, I just like the cane rose.
Shoot your shot.
Like the cane rose, and then it's like oh, you thought I was going to wear a suit, baby. It's not a suit, it's a sexy suit. Like, if you want a little bit of feminine, I could do it too.
Yeah.
And I just love it. And even the pose is kind of like slouching with it. Like, oh, Amber, like, do you know what? Like, I'll go dinner. If I have to. I actually think she looks very sexy. Yeah. I feel like Amber she stayed to what suits her. Like, when I see Amber, when I think Amber, I like, do you know what? This represents Amber. I like it. I love it. I think she looks very sexy. And I fancy you from this picture, to be fair.
Woo! Guys, Amber Rose, Gill, if you're listening, Adeola for trying.
Hi.
I agree. No, I agree with you because I feel like it's based off Amber's style. So I understand, guys, not everyone's going to be a preppy, princessy, glamour, do you know what I mean? So when someone's not, it's like when they do it and they do it so right, it's like, this is just that style. The same, you said it literally, it's kind of like feminine meets boisterous with the suit, with the box shoulders. And even, do you know what? I love the cane rose.
I love it.
It's kind of giving who her identity, like this is who she is now.
Yeah.
And she's so comfortable and confident in it. It's like, this is when you're so comfortable and confident who you are and destined to be, your style just oozes with it. And it doesn't matter if it's different.
I think she looks so sexy.
Just works. So, Amber, you did your thing, girl.
Yeah, I love it.
Next on the chopping block.
On the chopping block. We have King Promise. Do you know what? I feel like I'm not the best to judge men, not to I'll say to critique men, because I feel like I'm not really clued up with men fashion. Like, even when like the big celebs, like what's the Met Gala?
Yeah.
I just don't really care for what the men wear. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it's all about the women. I feel like the men never really wow me.
Yeah.
I'm not really. I feel like he looks like he probably could just be posing outside of Eden. Like, I think the big chain, the glasses, the leather, I actually feel like a night out. Like, who's that bottle popper?
Do you know what? I feel like with like international rap artists, I think they just don't care. Do you know? I'd like to say something to a lot of men, and in the hip hop and R&B, their statement is their chain. So it's given like my statement.
Because let's look at it, it's the chain, the watch, the jewellery.
Yes.
It's like, look at me, I ain't got to do too much.
Exactly.
Do you know who I am?
But I do like the outfit though.
I like the outfit.
I like the contrast of he's got basically it's like a waistcoat, but it's fitted and it's like leather, wet look. It's probably real leather because this is like King Promise, you know. It's like real leather, we guess. And he's also matching it with like leather pants. The chain is like is a cross and it's just gemmed, iced out. He's got glasses, and the glasses are like see-through clear glasses. He's got a watch, some Van Cleef.
Do you know what I think it is?
It's just like, listen, I'm King Promise. I feel like
he just put something together.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is. Because even if I was just to take in the outfit, I feel like the necklace he's wearing doesn't even go with his outfit. I feel that, by the way, babe, and it's fine. I feel like his necklace doesn't really go with his outfit. I don't know, like, I just feel like he didn't really think about what he was going to wear. And I think even the watch as well doesn't really go with his outfit.
Nothing's really matching.
I think he should have stuck to gold if he was going to do jewellery.
Yeah, because he's got a silver watch, he's got like a rose gold chain, like the pendant is definitely rose gold, and then he's got gold Van Cleefs, and the Van Cleefs are like different colours. And even on his top, I think it says, does it say pack or pace?
And that's gold.
It's gold, so it's quite, I get it.
It's very mixed.
Yeah, like it wouldn't give me like I'm going to an awards. Yeah. And if he wanted to keep it structured like that, I think he shouldn't have done the chain. Yeah. If anything, like make the glasses something else. The chain, I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes when I see rappers just iced out, I just think you're doing too much.
Do you think?
Yeah, it's not my vibe. Yeah. I don't like, I guess, those it's like chunky,
the rapper,
aesthetic.
Culture, aesthetic. So, but I think he does look good just for that event.
Exactly. But overall, did you end up watching the MOBOs? Because you were presenting something. Yeah. So I watched the MOBOs and it was just really good. I feel like it's just so natural at it. Like, I think at such a young age, it's like what, 24, 25? To host the MOBOs to that scale, second year running, it's got to give us some accolades and claps, because that's just incredible. Eddie as well, I think he's a household name for years. So to also see him at the MOBOs hosting, it shows that it doesn't matter the age. When it's your time, it's your time. So just keep going, keep like supporting the community, because the community pulls back into you. Yeah. So yeah, it's just been amazing, and we were so happy for who.
I was so happy for the 90s baby, and I just want to say as well, like they have been doing it for such a long time, and I feel like they're so different with it. I feel like they have the, you know, I personally feel like they kind of have the American aesthetics in terms of like, it's like sometimes I just click on their YouTube video and it's like I've just, like, you know, when I've just walked into a room in a conversation. I feel like they're so natural with their conversations and they talk to their community like their actual friends. Like even the way they're talking, they recognize people, they do events with their, like take their community out, and I feel like they're also very raw and open. You've seen them when they were just in relationships, you've seen them married, you've seen them have kids.
They're, in that sense, I think that whole marriage kids is such a nice representation
of black men as well.
We had a really interesting conversation one time at GRM. We were talking about how sometimes when you get into this, when you become like husbands, sometimes they feel that there's like a shift in work stuff you can and can't do. And I feel like it's so good to see that, nah, keep going, don't let that facade make you lot feel like, nah, you can be like gentlemen, commit and stuff like that. So I really like them, and I'm really happy for them.
And I think a good friendship as well. It's nice to see their dynamic, and even when you see stuff like obviously with the Fred wedding situation, they're like, oh, they're not bad friends, they talk about it, they banter, like I just love their whole dynamic. I love them. So I'm actually really happy. They deserve that. So big up 90s.
Really happy
baby.
you guys. Well done. Did anyone, and sorry, I had to shout out Darko because I know the music industry is hard. And
do you know what, Darko? I think Darko should also get accolades.
She won. She won the best. Was it the best? It wasn't Afrobeats because Ira Star won that. Was it the? Yeah,
did she win multiple?
I feel like she won multiple.
Okay, while we double check what she won, I'm really happy for Darko, because I literally remember when, I don't know if it was a tweet or whatever she tweeted, and she said something like, she was just kind of over the UK. She felt like the UK didn't really appreciate her, and then she made the move to take on Africa. And I feel like seeing that and seeing how she really dominated Africa and you see how now the UK, she's getting the appreciation in the UK in her hometown. Sometimes I do think it's sad that you need to get appreciated in another country for the UK to really like give you your accolades.
We had this conversation at one time where it was like, you kind of have to keep doing you, that it overflows so much that people want to like now be invested and drink, like kind of drink from your cup. Because what she's done is she's like, do you know what? Instead of changing myself, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, but it doesn't mean it has to be in the UK. I can go where the love is. And I feel like at the UK, maybe we can do better for like our talent and our people in our industry, because people were saying as well in the MOBOs that the crowd was really bad. That I was watching live and they were saying how the crowd isn't, you know, they don't cheer enough. And I've only been to MOBOs once, so I went last year and I felt it a bit. I was like, come on, like we're celebrating our people.
No one likes to like look like a fan or celebrate people out loud. I don't really like that.
But what's crazy is that you literally get the love from like your peers pretty much once your fans are the ones that are like cheering you on. The loudness doesn't always necessarily come from
no, I think itself. The UK is more like when they see other people give you accolades.
That's when they start.
They see as like above, like, oh, Raj, she's got accolades from this person or this person. Then it's like, okay, now I guess I can give her accolades, but I don't feel like Darko has done anything differently before she left the, like she was always like very good at creating those songs and videos and visuals. But what I do respect with Darko is even though she did move across Africa, I feel like she never let that have like a bad taste towards the UK. Like you can still tell she loves her hometown. She speaks about it. She still comes over, and even when I see her out in the club or in different countries, like she's so hosting. She's so nice. She's good vibes. So yeah, big up Darko. Darko won Best Female Act and Song of the Year for Favorite Girl feat. ZeZe, and that had the girls on a chokehold. How she done that with the t-shirt to Des, Jada, like even just that whole idea, because when you think about girl groups, it actually made sense to do it with Des and Jada, and I feel like she's very creative with that. But anyway, I loved it.
Yeah, same.
I didn't get a t-shirt. I really wanted a custom t-shirt. You know when she was sending out those favorite girl custom t-shirts.
Hopefully she hears this and thinks,
Darko, if you're doing it again, please don't forget about the girls, okay? But so
guys, I wanted to talk about Bashi a little bit because he won the MOBO Album of the Year trophy for his first record in 15 years, being Poor is Expensive, as well as Best Hip Hop Act. So the reason I want to talk about Bashi is because Bashi is someone that I grew up to. Like, I Channel U times, Bashi was just one of them artists. And I remember when Kidulthood started and I went to the premiere, I was just so gassed. I still got a picture with them to this day, fangirl. And I feel like it's such a nice thing with the community where, like, no matter where you start, how long ago, that he hasn't done, like, this is his first album in 15 years. So to know that there's so much backing and support, and to, I guess, after 15 years and your impact in the industry, you're still remembered, and your talent and your love for the community is still recognized. So, and it was just so nice seeing him get his award because he was praying. It was so funny because they're all hugging him, but my man was just trying to pray. And then he talked about how he's been a bus driver. He's done all these jobs. Like, don't let people make you feel bad for, like, having a good honest way, like, living. And I just think it's such a positive thing. And, like, I'll never forget the song Black Boys by Bashi.
I was just about to
I really wanted to make Black Girls with a group of my friends, but no one was on it, and I just thought, wow, you lot don't get.
Did Bashi do Wifey Rhythm, or was that Tiny Temper?
Tiny Temper done. Was it he done Tiny?
Okay, sorry.
But Bashi, Black Boys, just what he's done. I just wanted to give, like, his accolades because I
really fancied Bashi.
I was more of a Scorcher girl, but
I just Black Boys, Black.
We need.
How does the Black Boys song? I haven't heard that in time.
Ooh, child.
Is that the one?
Things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child. Things will get brighter. It was just, and then everyone's rapping.
Black boys. These are for my Black boys.
Black men.
So it'll be like black girls, yeah, we're all black girls, and one day we'll be black women. So that was a nice chat about the MOBOs.
Yeah, I feel really, like, I feel like just very light and like a feather.
Maybe because of the champagne, babe. But
you know.
But anyway, babe, how has your week been in general? Because there's some things I want to talk about from my week. But
okay, cool. So my week in general, do you know what? I've been really busy. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, can I just complain about you for a bit?
I've got rebuttal, so I'm ready for it. Complain.
Okay, cool.
Complain.
So, getting in my mean girl bag. We couldn't do Galentine's because Maz cancelled 3 times.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so the first time she cancelled on the day, she messaged me the day before, like, oh,
wait,
babe,
I was confused of the date.
But why are you confused when we... Also, bearing in mind, guys, it was Maz's idea to do Galentine. She sent it to me and was like, can we do this?
Yeah,
and then I was like, oh, what date? And I said the date. She said the 12th. And then, so on the day, she was like, oh, babe, like, she messaged me saying what time. And I said, oh, and then I said, oh, what time are you coming today? And she said, oh, is it today?
Or the other day.
And then she was like, oh, sorry, babe, behind with work, And I was like, cool, fair, fine. And then it gave me a bit more time to buy some stuff, guys, because I actually went out and I bought, like, custom pink stuff, like for Galentine's, like pink balloons, whatever, pink, just pink, right? And then she messages me, I messaged her on the day again saying, hey, babe, like, what time are you coming today? And she was like, oh, babe, can't do today again. Best. And then another day came and then she couldn't do it again. And she told me on the day, and I just thought, you know what? Like, it's just really sad.
Okay. I would like to, like, verbally and, you know, physically, well, you know, face to face apologize to you. You know, I did say sorry, babe, in the voice 3 times. I've just been busy.
So
like,
busy
I feel like now that, you know, I'm like, I'm going to take in work. I'll start going out, leave my house now. It's just become overwhelming. And I feel like I'm like, oh my gosh, it's hard to kind of think as far as like, tomorrow, because so many things coming away, and I do want to come and do Galentine's Day with you.
Oh, babe, I'm not gonna lie, babe. It was a big convenient, like, because, babe, it was a lot that week anyway. So even
as in me not coming to
like, it was kind of like, oh, do you know what? I need, like, it was nice, not nice, but it was like, to be fair, like, it would have been a hard week anyway.
But you're just upset we haven't done it yet, and
so I would say that to say we can't do Galentine's anymore because it's too far gone. But I do think the next thing we do, because we do chill with each other a lot, but I think we never have like a themed thing. I do like the idea of like a themed night, so that would be nice.
No,
because she said she'll make it up to me, so I'm thinking you could do like host a themed night.
Okay, I'm trying to think the theme. What's the next?
I mean,
babe, Mother's Day is the end of March if you want to host that. And
you can host Mother's Day.
How does that make sense?
Because you're making it up to me for cancelling Valentine's Day 3 times.
I know, I get that. But Mother's Day is meant to be about me. So
how is it just about you?
Oh yeah, you got Stormy. Okay, yeah, we could do Mother's Day.
And then you host it.
Yeah, all right, cool guys.
And I will come and celebrate you as a mother in your house.
I will celebrate you as a mother.
No. I'm a dog mom.
Yeah.
But I don't really like my dog right now, so I don't even. It's fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Okay, so what we're saying, Mother's Day, live and direct.
But I'll see her before that. But just the theme.
The theme
will, be like world's best mum.
I just like to hold her accountable on the pod as well. Just so.
No, I've been held accountable. I've owned it. Like I'm a mum now. Like I kind of low key. I like that as my excuse because I feel like you lot I'm busier. Like,
but I'm not gonna lie, you can't actually use that excuse.
But I'm a mum.
I get you're a mum, but she actually had work deadlines. If you're you're I can't because of your mum, I'd be like,
babe, it's work deadlines. But other than that, I've been all right. I'm trying to think if there's anything like spectacularly happened differently this week.
I mean, you don't have to have a spectacular week every week.
No. Today I'm just catching up with getting on with work. What about you?
Do you know what? I've had a good week. I actually went to church this week.
Oh my gosh, did you?
Not that I don't go to, I go to, basically, talk about church real quick. So I go to church sometimes with my mum.
Yeah.
Like if it's a special occasion. But I kind of lost the want to go to church because I honestly, I just get a lot of anxiety around it. And I think because I didn't have a core church that I grew up in and constantly go to, that when this comes to going to a new church, I overthink in my head. I just, obviously, when I say this, it's not because I'm big-headed, but this is just what goes on in my head. I feel like everyone's looking at me, everyone's watching me, and then I walk in and I don't know what to do, and I feel like I don't like the whole attention of it all because I actually just want to go to church. And I was explaining it to my cousin. Be vulnerable and just forget, obviously, my day-to-day life, I actually don't think, oh my God, I'm Adeola Mariam, I got bare followers, people recognize me for doing what I do for work. So when I go to church, I actually just don't want it. So when I get here, I feel very uncomfortable because now I'm not in the mind frame of being in church. I'm in the mind frame of being about myself, thinking about people watching me and all of that. And I just think, well, what's the point in going to church if I'm just going to have all those thoughts and not really take part in the church. So anyway, it was one of my goals to really start this year. Obviously January I actually didn't, but hey, we're in Feb and I went, and funnily enough, my cousin goes to the church that I had in my head to go to. So I was like, oh, I'm going to come this Sunday. She was like, oh yeah, I'll save you a seat. So Sunday came, even though I was having the thoughts a bit like, oh, I don't know if I want to go, but I thought through it and went. And then I really obviously, as I was driving into church, babe, I don't want to say what church it is, but it's a big church. And I realized I like big churches because
really?
Babe,
Oh, no.
One reason why I like big churches is because I feel like everyone there's so much going on that people can't focus on individual people. I feel like when I've gone to small churches, personally for me, I feel like it's so small that the community, people just expect too much from you sometimes, and then they kind of they expect you to be a bit more involved, which is fine. But I think for me, I kind of want that choice or not. I don't want to be so recognized that if I don't come next week, you can fully be on it. Oh, you haven't been in a while, or can you do this? Or just very let's say, oh, if you're the first person here, can you come to the front? Your church is so small that you recognize when a new person is in the church. I don't like all that attention.
Where they kind of be they introduce you, come out.
I like to make the choice of embedding myself in a church if I want to.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what
That's
I mean?
A really good way to say it because it's a choice.
Yes,
you don't
choice.
Feel
feel sister, come here, we do this, we do that, whatever. So anyway, as I was driving into church, I was just seeing everyone park because you have to queue to park because babe, they have ushers just thingy. And I was just driving and I was like, I love this. It's just, I like just seeing everyone getting their kids out of church but just seeing everyone come in. I was like,
Were people dressed in their Sunday best?
Yeah, their Sunday best. And do you know what? I think it was being part of a different kind of community, that church community. I just felt it and I liked it. And then obviously got to church, really enjoyed it. And
would you remember what the service was about that day? The message, the teaching?
The teaching was more about leading with love.
Oh,
yeah, if everything you do is basically leading in love.
Yeah.
What you get in return is basically you will never feel unfulfilled, basically, because everything you do, all your choices are basically out of love kind of thing. But then, babe, there was just one thing that happened, and I'm so happy my cousin was there, because sometimes, like, when I tell my mum certain things, like, oh, I don't want to go to church because of da-da-da-da, she's just thinking, like, babe, go to church, get over yourself. I feel like they don't understand, like, the anxiety of it all when I say it. So I'm in church, bearing in mind the service is going on in the row, and then this guy walks past, babe. As he's walked past, like, on the corridor, he stopped on my row. Obviously, if you're listening visually, like, I'm going to be doing stuff with my face. He stopped. Like, you know when someone stops and then they put their head to and he went like this, babe. No. His head to the side and went, babe, he got his hands and done binoculars with his hands, and went like this, looking at me with his binoculared hand. Yeah. And he went, no way I'm seeing Adeola Patron in church. Bearing in mind, there's a whole service going on right now in church, and my cousin, bless her, she was looking at him, looking at me with her eyes like
for real,
be so
right
for
now
real.
In this place.
And then after he's done his whole stop commotion, he's now come up to me and like, Adeola, oh my gosh, I love you. Like, what are you doing here? I'm just in church. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh yeah, nice to meet you. Like go off. Yeah, I don't like that. I just feel like doing that in church is so mad.
Yeah, I think so too.
And then anyway, so he must have told another girl, because he's now sitting in front of me. I can see the girl, like, you know when someone's told you something, now you're looking back. They're both looking back at different times. No. Now I'm out of the zone now. I'm in my head now. I'm just not in church mode anymore. I'm like, why did that happen? This is what I hate. I hate it. Anyway, so I can see the girl and the guy constantly looking back at me. Then the girl gets up and I'm like, there's no way she's coming to sit next to me. Babe, bearing in mind, service is going on. So I'm like, there's no way.
And you know when you're already like, I came here just to, you know, then people, I go to church and leave. I'm not doing all the other stuff. Yeah,
and it's like, I'm really trying to build like a relationship, not a relationship, because I further it more by going to church. Yeah. And I just really want to have the moment with God, and I just want to get out of worldly things, and stuff like that gets you back in your head, and I don't like it. So anyway, the girl comes round, she sits next to me and she's like, oh my gosh, Adeola, like, I love you. Like, is it okay if we take a picture? Babe, in service. Babe, I was gobsmacked. I was like, oh yeah, babe, like, that's fine, but honestly, can we do all of this after service? Babe, who the hell am I being in service while the pastor is preaching? I'm getting my phone and taking us, like, babe, that is mad to me. And obviously, like, I do understand that it all comes from a good place. Like, for them, they probably don't see people they see online all the time. So for them, it's like, oh, it's her. But for me, it's like, I'm actually just your regular girl.
Trying to just pray.
Just being in church. So I was just like, but it didn't dishearten me to go. Like, I'm still going to go next week. And when I told my cousin, because she goes to that church, she was like, oh, don't worry, I did speak to them and they completely understand. So I just say that to say, like, obviously, guys, if you ever see me in church, like, because I got caught, then I was getting in my head, because obviously there's this mean girl narrative about me. And I was like, oh my God, I hope she doesn't think I'm mean because I told her after service. But genuinely, like, taking a picture in church while a service is going on just seems so crazy to me.
I agree.
So I just kind of wanted to share that.
No, I think you just set a boundary. Like, this church is a moment where you're supposed to be in the presence of the Lord, and no one should be above God. So in that moment, like, maybe you've taught her, even from this conversation, like, oh my gosh, like, I'm actually in a place where God's number one. He is the person, he's my idol, you're not meant to be her idol to that level. So she might sit back after listening to it, like, do you know what? Like, real, like, I should, at church, I shouldn't be fangirling or having this moment when I'm here to praise God. And I'm like that. I that's what I don't like big churches, because I went to a big church and it was a lot. And at least you will say, like, oh, at the end of the church, let's have some.
Oh, but quickly, you would be like.
Like, with my peace sign, like, do you know what I mean? Because it's just like, oh, I don't want to upset her, I think I'm rude. But yeah, that's why I don't like it. And I like small churches. I don't know, I feel like, guys, I don't know if it's me, but sometimes, like, you know when everyone's praying at the same time, and I find it sometimes overwhelming when I'm trying to pray. Like,
now I'm like, I can low-key hear what you're praying about. And I'm like, you know what? Now I should pray for that.
Babe, I'll be hearing, even sometimes the pastor will be telling you what to say. Like, the pastor,
you can't finish your sentence.
Babe, he'll be preaching and saying stuff and speaking in the mic, and then you already on your prayer, but and then you end up saying after everything he's saying, and then you think, oh God, this ain't genuine.
I'm trying to talk from my heart, but the pastor's talking, the neighbor next to me is
screaming, going, like, leaning back and forth, like, it's overwhelming. It's too much.
Babe, how do you feel about like sometimes it's like I don't want to pray too loud because I don't want you to hear.
Like, you know when I'm praying for forgiveness, that one I'm whispering.
And then sometimes I think if I keep it in, obviously they say God can hear, but I'm like, if I don't say it out loud, are they overpowering
my prayer?
My prayer? Like, I want God to put me first, but bitch, I want to be private with my sins and my repenting.
And then, babe, have you ever like, oh, let me tell you, have you ever like broke down in church and you're just with it and then you wake up, you open your eye to go back to your seat and you deep like, whoa, like, did I do that, babe?
Like sometimes though, I do just want to let go.
Yeah,
like I want to really just, I'm feeling that. And I just think I want to go on my knees, put my hands up and just pray and cry. But then I'm like, no, I could never do that.
You can't, but you can, but you can't.
But I can't.
But don't you find it mad, like when you were young and you're seeing the aunties just doing the, like crying.
Babe, you think it's not that deep.
It's not that deep, but now when you grow up,
and you know what life is? It's like, God, I need to thank you. I give you all the praise, my knees, my cry, my tears, take it all.
Oh, babe, that's funny. But I get you, and I think you handled it well, and I think now you've said it, if anyone does listen, then listen.
They know where I'm coming from.
She's taking it serious. She wants to just, I'm here to just praise the Lord and go.
Yeah, like it's already hard for me to go to church as it is.
Yeah.
So, anyway, apparently there's this new trend though, like people see your social media and you know who praise your page the most. Okay. And that is my biggest fear, babe, because no one should actually, when I heard it, I was like, do you know what? I'm ahead of the game, because if I'm preying someone constantly, babe, it's not from my page.
Wait, what? Okay, can we define what preying is? What is like, preying?
You just go on someone's page, like, it's not like I'm going on your page for anything in particular, like to see an outfit, like, you know, like, you've influenced me. I'm going on your page to pre you, to see maybe what you're doing, but I can't do it from my page because it's going to look like, what's Adeola doing here? Like, do you know what I mean?
Like someone you kind of don't associate, like you don't have...
Like, not even I don't associate with, but it's like if they saw me in their stories... It's like, yeah, she's preying. Like, I'm constantly on your page. When I say constantly, it might not be every day, but it's just like...
Okay. Because I feel like I'm not... So, say, if you know now, like, I don't feel like I'm on socials as much.
Yeah.
So, I will, if I haven't caught up with someone, like, every day, and I see a post, and I'm, oh my gosh, I haven't been seeing any other posts. I'll go on their profile, look on their story, and then like all the posts that I haven't liked, say is missed.
Oh, yeah.
That's when I would think, that's me preying, like, to be updated, right?
No,
not
because
that's not. Phrase, like, to catch up.
I would say preying is when you have to be...
You're not even liking, doing nothing.
You're trying to be undercover. Like, you're trying to be undercover. For example, I'll give you an example of a time where I was preying someone. So, for example, ages ago, because I always feel like I have to time frame thing, because you just never know when if they're going to use it as a clip. I just like to claim it's all in the past. Yeah. But for example, like, let's say there's a girl that is also maybe, I'm not too sure about her in terms of another guy that I'm talking to. Like, I don't know.
Okay, cool.
Like, obviously, I'm not worried about her, but like, maybe I've seen her in his likes, or I've seen her name come up or something. Yeah. I might just be checking her page, like, maybe I know there's an event going on. Was she at the event? Let me see if she's at the event, see who her friends are, like, just to kind of like, let's say I'm just investigating.
Yeah. You're just, preying.
Preying, like, investigating, like, oh, who's this girl? She's in his likes. And then obviously I can't investigating it is not just one day. Just by watching your story by one day is not going to give me the full profile that I need on you. So I constantly need to check your page to see what type of events do you go to, what your friends are like, who, like, I'm trying to gauge who you are. Like, is his story about you lining up?
Okay.
Like, let's say he's like, oh, don't worry about her. Maybe I used to date her in the past. We don't talk anymore. Okay, I hear you, but I need to watch her maybe for a good week or so. Yeah. Do I believe that?
Okay.
Like, that's certain things I've done in the past. That's for example. So let's say if she was to do that preying thing, who preys my page the most? If I'd done it on my actual account and it was like Adeola Patron at the top, she might be thinking, what the hell's Adeola doing on my page? One, she doesn't follow me. Yeah. Two, like, what am I doing on her page?
Oh my God, I've got so much anxiety thinking about this.
Yeah, so
babe, this could reveal a lot. Like, you could reveal, whoa, like, this person checks my page a lot, but you don't like my post.
Yeah, and then imagine they're not liking your post, they're not engaging, they're not following you.
This is why let me tell you why I think this might not be that deep, because most times if you are preying someone, you're on a fake account.
Yeah,
so I don't think
not everyone's that smart though, babe.
I don't think I'm that smart.
Oh, there we go. I'm not, because anything I do will be on a fake account. So when I got the news about that, I was like, do you know what? No one will catch my name at the top.
But see, if I'm preying, as in like I'm investigating.
And your intentions are to pre.
It's definitely a fake account, because you guys know my fake account story. I like the DM and you know what I mean. I would do that. But like naturally, because I just don't want people to think because I've gone on your page this week to like a post that I'm preying you, I just haven't caught up, or do you know what I mean? Like, I'm a mum.
Well, should we check who comes on the top of ours? How many people do I have blocked? Let me count. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. Babe, sorry, I think I definitely have over 100 people.
Go back.
Babe!
Why don't you go back? Go back. Just go back. Go back.
Go back to what?
Go back a page.
Why?
Just go back a page, like press that back button.
Yeah.
It'll tell you how many followers instead of you counting it.
How many followers what?
You blocked, or how many people you blocked. You know, when you go to the bit where it says blocked.
Oh, fairs.
How many do you have?
195.
No, Lord, this is really funny.
So I have 195 people blocked.
Okay, I have 346 people blocked.
Whoa, babe.
But I will say one thing. There was a period when I was getting hate. Do you remember that 2020 era when I was in that ex-relationship?
Oh, yeah.
So my finger was blocked.
Blocky,
I'm a block person. Like, if you do one weird, nasty comment, bye-bye.
And I'm not gonna lie, once you're blocked, you're never getting unblocked.
You're never getting unblocked.
Don't even go in that page. But yeah, so we go on blocked, and then is it who you may want to block? Fiona's my top one.
That interesting.
Yeah, but I think because we message like I reply to her story.
That's what I'm thinking, because I'm gonna read my list out.
But can I just say who's on mine as well, who I really like? Babe, let me not say we were having a DM conversation, but we were.
I think I know who
talking
it is.
in like
I know who
in the DM.
I know who it is.
Who?
Scotty.
Yeah! Do you know what, Scotty? I actually really like you,
girl.
and she's on mine.
Okay, interesting. My first one is Deep It Pod. You lot be pre me, and they're freeing. My sister's the second one. 2 of my sisters. So I'd guess so because we DM a lot.
Yeah.
Anyone interested on yours?
No, so mine's Fiona.
Yeah.
I mean, we engage with each other's stories a lot. Then second is my lash tech.
Interesting.
So, but I did tag her recently.
So that's like a recent
she's
one.
Just in it.
Yeah.
And then Ash.
Oh yeah. You work with him.
And then Chris, from production.
No way.
Yeah. Maybe he's recommending me for jobs. So who knows? And then Olivia.
Yeah.
I think it's people that you've talked to recently, because even D-Lo's on there, but then obviously they have an event literally
so maybe
tomorrow.
That's why.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. So I don't think it's people that pre your page, because I can't imagine any of those people pre my page.
Same. So that's what they're saying, that if they come up, they're most likely the ones that are consistent.
Yeah, I think it's people you've engaged with recently.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I think it's that. But some, I think I get why they'll be in there.
Was in like you talk to them a lot, or you think they will pre you?
No, my cousin, he's in there and he messaged me every day.
That's what I mean. I think it's people that engage with you.
That's interesting. I hope I don't come up at anyone's, because I'm a mother. I'm not preying you guys.
I mean, I wouldn't even take that too seriously.
Yeah,
I'll see who's on mine. It's definitely not that deep.
Yeah.
But guys, we are going to move on to your stories. And obviously the theme of this week is a moment you sent the wrong person. No, the moment you message someone the wrong message.
Yeah, and you can unsend it. You couldn't backtrack
it. So, do you want to start with the first one?
No, I done it last week, so you can, my darling.
Okay, cool. I can. Love the pod. So me and my boyfriend at the time planned some alone time at a hotel. I was a virgin and knew this was the moment. We started kissing, but suddenly I got cold feet and stepped outside to clear my head. I typed a message to my friend. I'm not sure if I want to do this. We're at the hotel now and I think I'm having cold feet. Send! A ping goes off inside the room, but I think it's a coincidence. I walk back in and there he is, reading my message. I could have died on the spot. But to be fair, he was super nice and comforting. Though thinking back, it probably just was because he still wanted to do the deed.
Oh, LOL.
Babe. That's very awkward. Very, very awkward.
And it's awkward because it's not even just sending the message and you could deal with the embarrassment in your house. It's like you've just walked into it, seen him read it, and deal with it in real life. But I think, do you know why she's kind of saved? It's the fact that it's like, oh, I've got cold feet. But imagine if it was like, oh, I'm not really feeling him, or like, oh, babe, his dick is small. Do you know how girls, we could go in sometimes? Her excuse was very
calm, and it's her boyfriend as well. So it's even better that situation happened whilst in that relationship, because it's kind of like, listen, I'm not going to pressure you. Like she said, he's comforted to have, obviously probably still want to have sex, but at least it's not, it's kind of like, it's actually my man. Like, but obviously maybe he probably thought like, oh, like you can tell me if you're not ready. You know what I mean? Have you ever accidentally been in a situation like that? Nothing. No. Send a text to a guy.
No, I'm not the type to accidentally send the wrong message. I think that not anything that will be embarrassing. It might be
if you put my name, when there was a time where I had the same name as someone, but you kept calling them. But did you ever message them by accident? No. See, that's fine.
Yeah, not a thing where I've like, oh my god, I've had it where like maybe I've just had a conversation with, oh my god, like maybe I was watching Love Island and I was talking to someone and I thought I was messaging you and I just replied. I remember saying something like, oh, something about Love Island, like Luca, something, and I checked the chat and it wasn't you. And I was like, oh my God, sorry, wrong chat. But I've never sent anything that I thought, babe, because the way I reread messages, if I'm saying something like, I need it to go to that person.
Yeah. You double check.
Yeah.
Fair.
What about you?
Oh, bless her. I'm trying to think. It sounds like I would have a story for this because that's something I would do. But it's never been anything incriminating, anything where it's like, oh my, that's bad. I've had when someone else has screenshotted something and sent it to me by accident, but I don't think I was meant to have it.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I'm like, oh, that's a bit awkward.
That is so awkward.
But it's never been that deep. So these stories, like, I hope there's some good ones after this one. But bless her. Do you think this was deep then?
I will decide once I read the rest of them. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right, next one. Hey Adeola, hey Mariam, hope you're both doing amazing. So I had just started talking to this guy less than 2 weeks in. I was in Nigeria and had just finished a shopping spree. So I recorded a haul to send to my homegirl. But because I had severe undiagnosed ADHD, the haul was full of scary faces, funny voices, and random outbursts. Right. No, because I can imagine, when you're with your girl, you're just being your goofy self, like recording as a YouTuber, as a blogger. We just know when we're just being silly.
And especially if you have ADHD,
bro, you're just
literally
jumping
everywhere.
Across the wall. All right, back to the story. I sent it off on iMessage, only to realise I'd sent it to him instead. I panicked and frantically Googled how to unsend it, but back in 2022, that wasn't an option. I was mortified. We weren't at the stage where I could reveal my crazy side yet. I still wanted to seem demure and feminine.
You know them ones.
Then he called me and said he watched every second of my 4-minute haul and liked me even more because of it. I was so embarrassed at first, but I guess it worked out.
Oh,
this is a nice one.
That's one.
Cute. Because I feel like when you're in a relationship with a guy and the early stages, like you don't want to show your goofy, like ditzy, like you know when you're your full, unfiltered, like cringy self that only a few people know. This was her icebreaker for that. So now she can actually be like comfortable. And once you're comfortable, you can be goofy with your boyfriend. You just have a better, funner, easy relationship.
Like, okay, I don't need to. Not even that you're keeping up appearances, but it's like you're conscious of always being your best self and not. And I feel like sometimes you think your fun, goofy side is seen as like maybe sneaky or less feminine because you want to come across demure and mysterious. But really and truly, like when you just let loose, they actually love it.
More.
Like it shows your actual personality.
Yeah, there's more to you than beauty and brains. When I used to, not when I used to, but I used to get really nervous with one of my exes when I'd be like, oh, can you just help me? Like, you know, sometimes they just skilled, like partners just skilled with like editing. I used to be so nervous because for them to help me edit my blog, because they'll be like, oh, let me help you. You're just always busy. I'm like, oh, I don't know, because I was just thinking, you're gonna really see me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I still want to keep you. So it's like, are you gonna be here after you edit it? So it's like, yeah. But no, but it was fine. And it's like I think for guys, they like some girls that aren't, they're goofy.
Yeah, do you know what? Do you know what? Because sorry to cut you off.
No, that was it.
Okay, I've got to take it.
It's like goofy. They love the goofiness that you want when you're comfortable with them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if all girls are all doing the feminine demure, like for them it must be kind of boring, because you know every girl's putting their best foot forward. Like, I'm demure, I'm feminine,
I'm mindful.
Yeah, so once you get like that girl that's like, oh, she's finally she's showing me personalities, not all that big. Because you know, even when you're talking to a guy and they're just so generic, like, I go to work and I do 9 to 5 and my money's good and I go to the gym, I wake up at 8 a.m. I do like, you know, like, oh, sorry, or you're the perfect guy. Like they say everything you want to hear.
Yeah.
And then the moment when they start actually being themselves, and maybe they're not, like, their imperfections is what makes it like, oh, you're human. Like, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. There's depth to it. So I think it was nice that she
it was a good thing out of that really awkward situation.
Basically.
Bless her.
Last one?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, fairs. Third one. 3 days into my 2-week annual leave, oh my gosh, now I'm thinking about it.
What?
Oh no, that was someone else's story. Oh, it was Joyce's. Sorry, Joyce told me, because I was thinking, oh my God, did I do that? Sorry. Anyway, 3 days into my 2-week annual leave, 3 days into my 2-week annual leave, I set an out of office reply as a joke. Leave me alone. If you can't function without me, pay me more.
Oh my God.
While FaceTiming a friend and trying to be funny, I accidentally CC'd all users, my company, all 250 employees. Mortified. I recalled the email, but of course the original was still visible. I haven't sent a work email since and never want to again.
Oh, yeah, that is awkward. There's something about messing up in your corporate role, emails, or when you do Zooms, or because you have to go there again and they have to see you, and it's just like, oh, what was your email about the other day about paying me more?
Oh my gosh, actually, something like this actually happened to me recently.
Oh my gosh, what happened?
So it's kind of minor, but babe, it was very embarrassing. So obviously, like, I'm planning some Kumbi stuff. So like, I had to plan transport, like the cars for Kumbi. So babe, I was in conversation with this car rental company, and so there was 2 I was in conversation with. One was really expensive, one was like, okay, this is a reasonable. But you know when you don't save their names, so I'm on WhatsApp with one and they was like, yeah, pay now. But because I was so far till the event, I was like, do you know what, I'm gonna pay closer to the event, because I don't want to pay so far ahead. So I'm saying, oh, do you know what? Can you confirm the details again? They're confirming the details, but it wasn't a business account. And you know, there's like loads of WhatsApp accounts getting hacked. So I just wanted the Instagram to confirm the payment details, not just from what the WhatsApp account was saying. So I'm messaging the WhatsApp like, hey, I've been given a quote with these details. Can you just confirm this is your payment details? And they're like, oh, what account is that? Oh, and I'm like, you gave it to me. I'm just double checking because it's a WhatsApp conversation and I know people's WhatsApps have been getting hacked. They're like, oh, can you give us a call to, you know, talk about it? Babe, I call them and they're like, oh, anyway, before this, I'm going back and forth saying, oh, I keep calling you guys and you're not giving me a call back. Anyway, finally, like, give them a call and they're like, oh, hey, like, can you just send us a message now? Just so, because we don't know the WhatsApp that you're talking about. Babe, when I went to WhatsApp the number I was on the phone with, it was a complete different car company. And babe, like, you know, like, even on the phone, I didn't want to be like, oh, sorry, it's a complete different car company, because I've been on them. So I was like, oh, do you know what? Because I'm on the phone to you, my phone isn't connecting to the internet. So what I'll do is I'm going to come off the phone and then I'll send you the message on WhatsApp so it can deliver. He was like, yeah, no problem. That's fine. Babe, I never message or anything again. And I just thought, wow. Like, not me just having 2 different conversations with a whole different company. Like,
that's awkward. But at least it didn't cause like an issue for
it was kind of like light. But
those things can happen.
Because maybe imagine if I sent the money and then I'm in a whole content of a whole different Instagram, like, but you said I sent the money to the babe. Whoa.
Wow.
But should we go to confessionals to see how deep they are? Or do you have any thoughts on this last one? Or do you want to talk about it in the confessionals?
I'll talk about it in the confessionals.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
Okay, so I would say that this week we've had some really nice light-hearted ones, which is really nice because not every day common here on smoke and passion. But if I was to pick out of the 3 of the deepest in the situation, probably the first one where she messaged her boyfriend, just because I feel like the saving grace is the fact that it's her boyfriend. So I'm trying to think of it as, okay, if it wasn't her boyfriend, if it was a guy I was seeing, this would probably be the deepest for me, just because it's such a personal thing and it's kind of dedicated to that person, even though I'm not being rude about him. It's kind of like, I can't do this deed. And also I'd be panicking thinking, oh my gosh, does he think I don't have the balls to stand up for myself? Like I would actually text that to a friend. Like I'll just be like panicking. And then also to come out after thinking, haha, just text my friend. Like, she knows I'm panicking. Maybe she might, save me and send me like a call, like, babe, we need to leave, something's happened. And I've sent it to you. Like, it's just a lot. And I think anything to do with like your first time is so uncomfortable, especially when you're a bit younger and things like that. So to kind of just tell your friend, I don't want to do it, I'm not ready. And then he knows that, I'll just feel a bit like, like I'm acting like I'm a big girl, but I'm not really a big girl. So that is my deepest. And then the other 2, in my opinion, were just light-hearted, funny, not too deep situations that was just kind of nice to kind of, discuss. But number 1, definitely, I would have probably like let the world swallow me with that one.
Okay, so the one that I'm going to put as the deepest is the 3rd one because of it's work. When you do something embarrassing at work, it feels very embarrassing because I don't know you people. And actually, really and truly, I don't even like you like that. So, you put up this persona at work, you just do friendly, and you've sent a message that's kind of like low-key rude. And it's like, well, they know that it's banter and it's just gone around the whole office. And I feel like work gossip or drama, whatever, it's always more heightened because no one's got nothing to do, so small things just look so big. So I think I would be like devastated. I would feel so cringe. Even just walking around the building, I'm thinking, I hope it's not them ones where, the email, you can see the picture of who it sent it. I hope it's not that, because then people will be looking at you like, yeah, that's the girl that sent the email. So I'll put that one as the top. And then the one that I'll put as not that deep is, which one shall I do? I just, I think I will share, okay, the one I'll put is not that deep is the one with the ADHD when she done the video, because I feel like something beautiful came out of it. Like, yes, you sent it to the wrong person and it was embarrassing, but it made the guy like you even more and he got to see your true self and he loved it. And I think there's just something nice about, oh my God, I wasn't meant to send you that. And that's me being my true self. And you love me more. Oh, you king, come over here. But yeah, that is my rankings. Yeah, babe. So the deepest one for me was the work one where she sent the work email, because I feel like, you know how it is with work, you don't really know them like that, and the whole company, like not even just your manager, you done the whole. Come on, you just,
work is really awkward. And then having to deal with, with like your work people, it's like you set your boundaries with them a bit. So it's like, when you slip up, especially say you stop your boundaries, it's like what I said. Babe, we left that in 2024.
Did you?
I don't think I've... Anyway.
I didn't even say anything.
Always looking for you to slip up, guys.
I didn't even say anything.
But I think I get why you would say that was a deep one. It's awkward.
Yeah, what about you? Was it the same or different?
No, I went for the first one just because, I don't know, I just feel like, babe, I can imagine that's something I would do.
Like
text you something deep.
Well, I think that's really cute.
Like, it's a cute situation, but it's like, it's awkward because it's like...
Do you think it's awkward?
I think it's awkward because I think it shows me like I'm a little girl in the bathroom trying to do big girl thing. Like,
no, you're virgin though.
Exactly, but it's like, as in, like I'm in the toilets texting my friend, like some girl that's like like about to have sex and I'm like scared and I'm texting my friend but I'm acting like I'm this big girl, and then I'll come out and I've texted to you and I'm bare like to my best friend like, oh, I'm nervous. And I'll be thinking, oh, he's probably think I'm a chatty patty. Like I tell my friends everything.
I honestly think like I wish I'd done this when I was losing my virginity. I think it's so cute and so like innocent. Yeah, like I feel like
when you think about it, because it's like
it's so innocent.
It's a big deal when I'm texting my friend like, and I'm not sure about this. Should she maybe convince me to come out of it as well?
Yeah, and it's like the pressure, especially when you're having sex with someone that you know has had sex. You haven't done this before, and it's like, oh my god, like, one, is it gonna hurt? Am I gonna enjoy it?
Yeah, is he gonna tell everyone after and like be the talk of the town?
Yeah, and it's like also as well as losing my virginity, I don't want to just like, is this guy gonna be in my life? Because I actually do like him. I don't want him to just take my virginity and go. And there's so many thoughts in my head. And I think for the guy, it just shows how genuine the woman is. It's like, oh, do you know
she cares about it.
She cares about it. Do you know what I mean? It's like maybe kissing. Oh, babe, stop. I'm just gonna go to the toilet. I just see the scene in my head, and I'm in the toilet. I'm freshening up. Oh, God,
like there's so many questions.
I could do this. I don't know. You just. I'm messaging him. I'm just so nervous, and you give me words of encouragement.
Did you ever text? I don't know if it's just to TMI, but did you ever let your friends know when you done your like you
lost my virginity? Yeah. Yes, of course. I told Olivia.
Yeah,
and I don't know if but I remember the day that I did. I spoke to Deborah because Deborah called me that day. One of my family friends. Yeah. And I was just like, oh yeah. I just remember that moment. I don't know why, but I just remember that moment. What about you?
Yeah, I remember it, and mine was so sad, babe, because when I was in school, I was very much like, I'm waiting till I'm married. Like babe, I was really acting like I was above everyone.
Same. I thought. Listen, like, and you know when you go to you're the minority, and you're the only there's not that many white people, and obviously they're losing it and stuff.
Yeah, they'd be losing it,
and you're thinking you're loose.
Yeah,
you're loose. You're whole. My mom told me about y'all Jezebels.
Yeah,
y'all ain't gonna get married.
No,
y'all ain't gonna be your pussy gonna be loose up. You're gonna catch HIV. All this.
I'm above. I'm above it.
I'm gonna be the wife. I'm gonna get married because I'm gonna be a virgin. I'm doing it properly.
And what was mad was when my friends would tell me they've had sex, I'll be like, when my friends tell me they've had sex, I'll be like, why? I didn't want to. And then when I done it, and then they were like, but I thought you were waiting to marry. I said, shut up.
What made you not wait till marriage?
No, I was like, I'm not sure. Like, you know when you just think, it's not like I want to do this.
Yeah.
But we're here now.
Yeah.
And I can't, I don't know how to say no, but it's not as if it was like, I don't want to do it, get off me. But it was like, maybe if he didn't insinuate it, I probably wouldn't.
You were just going along with it. You wanted to do it, but you didn't really
I wasn't ready for it. And, so when I told my friends, that's why they were all so shocked. And then after, it was, like if I could go back in time, I wish I did text my friend to say, oh, I'm not sure. Because my friend, I text, I think Chantel, when she found out, she was like, I would have told you not to. She was so angry.
Do you know what? I didn't tell my friend
straight away.
I told her after. But realistically, babe, same like me. Like if I messaged my friend before, I feel like she would have told me like, not just wait.
Yeah. And especially because you know me also knowing like what you want and how you want things to go.
Babe, do you know what I think is so sad about like the innocence of it all? Because obviously like it's like, I'm gonna be a virgin, I'm gonna be da-da-da. And then the moment, what makes you sway? I don't know, like you know when you start losing your innocence a bit and as you're older and you look back at like what made you make those decisions? What made you, like, when your mind frame started to shift? It's very interesting to, like, just analyze, I guess.
Do you know what I think with my situation? We're getting deep now. I think growing up for me, when I was in school, I wasn't desired. So when I finally, the guy that I did, like, whatever, like, lost my virginity to for my first time, he was, like, the first, like, you know, your first person. So in those moments, it's like...
You go with it.
You go with it, because when is this going to happen again? Do you know what I mean?
And you think, this is my man now. Like, I actually thought that too. I was like, this is my man now. And that was my first art of, wow, someone can really but deceive you. And you think it's what it is, but it's not. That was my first. And I said, oh, this is what my mom was talking about. I should have kept my vagina shut.
She said, close them legs.
Close it.
Open them legs.
Oh, listen, and the maddest thing is I know I'm going to say the same thing to my daughter. But she's not going to, like, you know the ones where, like, your mum's chatting, you're just in, mum, we don't know.
But do you know what, though? I was thinking, when I think about what I was like from, let's say, year 7 onwards, I said, you know what? I know what to expect of Ezra. Like, if, like, I was saying to, like, my partner, I was like, oh my God, when
are
it's
you
time
though? Because, babe, like, the generations change.
Well,
like, our parents' generation.
I'm mentally thinking about what we were, like, my friends were doing at school. Like, even the going out and to the park to get drunk. I don't think they do that now, but if there's something, I wouldn't be like,
oh, it's the vaping now. The kids don't drink anymore.
Yeah. So I get it. Like, I think when we're older now, I know how I'm going to be like with my son.
Yeah, interesting conversation. Yeah. Maybe we could get into it. Like,
yeah, that could be a topic for the next time. Maybe. Like generational differences. But go on.
Yeah. So obviously you lot had homework. Not last week, the week before. Obviously, you know, we film. You don't even know, but the logistics, I can't bother to get in it. But yeah, you had homework, and the homework has
been submitted
today,
and we have marked it.
Yes. So I did say, like, what do you guys want to be called? Because we had peaches from our last podcast, which I did like, and I suggested that maybe we could have that again. So the top 4, once you finish listening to this episode, go onto our Instagram where you can vote on the poll. So this episode will go up at Monday, 5 p.m. and the story will be up from 24 hours from this moment. So head over to Deep It Pod Instagram to take part in the poll. So there was Deep It Dolls, which will probably just be dolls, the Deepers, Deep It Darlings, which will just be darlings, and then Peaches. Personally, for me, what I like, I'll just say why it's my favorite quickly. I like the Deepers because I feel like when I think if the pod is, obviously we plan to have the pod for a really long time through different eras. I feel like the Deepers, it can just go with each era. Dolls, I feel like it's going to get to a point where I'm going to think it's childish. Darlings is all right, but I think it's very like too feminine a little bit. Like, I don't know, it's like very like dark. I don't know.
Like focus on our lady listeners.
Yeah, maybe. Deepers, I can just imagine like the Deepers brunch or the Deepers. Oh yeah, I saw like one of the Deepers yesterday. Like, oh, our Deepers said, that's just me. But yeah, what about you? Or is there any that you want to add into the poll that you think?
I think I initially liked the dolls because that's just my vibe.
Yeah.
But I think with dolls, the same thing, I think it subjects it as like really feminine. So in 20 years, we might have 50% men listeners and 50% ladies. So we can't call the dudes the dolls. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So I think our Deepers are good, but I don't know that, you know, because the Peaches are such a like, it felt like my babies. And Deepers is given like traitors, but like as in it's like our babies have grown up. They're Deepers.
They're older.
They're not Peaches. They're Deepers. They've got
their mind switched on.
Yeah, so they can actually challenge us now.
Ooh, I mean
growth, right? So I get Deepers. Maybe I'm just not ready for you guys to grow up from Peaches to Deepers. I think that's probably why it's a bit hard for me. But I get why Deepers, I think as a generic works well. So,
but let us know, guys. Head over to the Instagram and have your say. But yeah, that is it for this episode.
And if you guys know already, if you guys are listening via all our audio platform stations, to give us 5 stars, please give a review. We're on our road to how many on YouTube as well?
50K.
50K on YouTube.
Yeah.
Wow!
I mean, we are on 12K, but I'm just saying, like, let's just skip everything else and go straight to en route 50K. We
were just 10K the other day. So yeah, guys, you said 12K.
Yeah, we're on 12K
now.
now.
Okay, guys, 12K on the road to 15K, then 20K.
No, 50.
I know, but
you're just saying
little,
50.
You know, sometimes little wins, no?
All right,
so make sure and remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you guys are watching visually at Deep It Pod.
Yes.
And
follow us on socials, Deep It Pod, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye guys.